A system of linear equations consists of multiple equations with the same set of variables. Each equation is linear and it can be expressed in the standard form. So this is the standard form. So where the a sub I and j are the coefficients of the variables. So itong a, lahat ng a are the coefficients of the variable. So b sub I are the constants at the right side. Then m is a number of equations and n is the number of variables. So we have two classifications. Una is yung homogeneous classification or homogeneous system kung saan yung constant sa right side is equal to 0. For example, so these are the coefficients and variables, and then this is the b sub I. So this is the constant sa right side and it is equal to 0. Then it is a homogeneous system. And then yung non-homogeneous system naman, if the constant at the right side is not equal to 0. So yung homogeneous system, meron siyang trivial solution kasi meron siyang infinite or infinitely many solutions. So, kapag 0 yung constant sa right side, meron siyang infinitely many solutions. Wala siyang unique solutions. So, ang classification niya is a homogeneous system. Kapag meron kang unique solution and yung constant mo is not equal to 0, then it is a non-homogeneous system. Sa solutions naman ng linear equation, we have the consistent system at yung inconsistent system. Sa consistent system, meron siyang at least one solution. Sa inconsistent system, wala siyang solution at all. The solution to a system is a set of values for the variables that satisfies all equations simultaneously. So now let's examine if the following vectors has a correct solution. Okay. So pwede natin i-plug in itong mga values from U and values from V. And let's see kung alin dyan yung solution para sa vector natin. What matches these X values? Ganyan. So let's plug in isa-isa. So negative 8 is the X1 value, 6 is for X2, 1 is for X3, and another one is for X4. So, applicable yan dito sa buong vector. So, now let's begin our substitution. For this first row, it's negative 8 plus 6 plus 4 times 1 plus 3 times 1. So, negative 8 plus 6, it's negative 2 plus 4, we have 2 plus 3, then it is 5. So, it is correct para sa first row. Then, para sa second row naman, let's plug in the value again. So, it's 2 times negative 8 plus 3 times 6 plus 1 minus 2 times 1. So, 2 times negative 8, we have negative 16, plus 3 times 6, which is 18, plus 1 minus 2. So, negative 16 plus 8, we have 2, plus 1, which is 3, minus 2 is equals to 1. So, the second row and yung value ng U is still correct pa rin. Then, sa third row naman. For third row, let's substitute. So, it is negative 8 plus 2 times 6 minus 5 times 1 plus 4 times 1. So, negative 8 plus 12, we have 4 minus 5, which is negative 1, plus 4 is equals to 3. So, this third row is still correct with using these values. Now, let's check dito sa second set ng values. So, first, let's plug in the value of negative 10 plus 5 plus 4 times 1 plus 3 times 2. So, negative 10 plus 5, we have negative 5 plus 4, which is negative 1, plus 6 is equals to 5. So far, tama pa naman siya, yung para sa first row. How about sa second row? So now, let's plug in the value nitong second set dito sa second row. So, 2 times negative 10 plus 3 times 5 plus 1 minus 2 times 2. 2 times negative 10, we have negative 20 plus 15, which is negative 5, plus 1 is equals to negative 4, minus 4, then we have negative 8. So, this one does not answer dito sa second set of values. So, this second set of values is not the solution para sa buong vector na ito. So, sa linear equation, kailangan consistent siya. Consistent yung correct values niya at correct yung kanyang resulta dun sa buong equation. If merong isang value na hindi tama or hindi nagtutugma dun sa equation, then it is not the solution para sa buong set of equation. So, sa system of linear equation, kailangan meron kang consistent set of values para sa equation. And then, meron siyang unique solution. Tapos, kapag inconsistent siya, this one, ibig sabihin, wala siyang solution. So, again, dito sa consistent, kapag consistent siya, usually meron siyang unique solution or meron siyang infinite number of solution. So, sa matrix of a square system of linear equations, yung square system, it implies na yung number of equations equals the number of variables. Ngayon, we have a visual representation here kung saan meron tayong unique solution, infinite number of solution, and no solution. Sa unique solution, it occurs when the matrix A is invertible, then all planes intersect at a single point. So, lahat ng ito mag-intersect at a single point here. So, all planes intersect at a single point. Then, sa infinite solution naman, all planes overlap partially or entirely. For example, all three planes intersect along a line. So, this is their intersection. And it has an infinite number of solutions. Ayan. May intersecting lines sila. And then, para sa no solution, yung mga planes, they do not intersect at a common point or line, indicating inconsistency. So, this one, it does not intersect with this one. This line 2, it does not intersect with this line. Then, this is purely parallel. And this one too, there's no intersection. So, there is no solution here. If the matrix is invertible, it means na yung kanyang determinant is a non-zero, yung result nito. Then, that system has a unique solution. So, here yung X is the unique solution and it is equal to the inverse of matrix A times the matrix B. So, this is a sample ng linear equations that we can put in a matrix. So, this is a 3 by 3 matrix. And then, this is the matrix B. This is the matrix A. So, let's rewrite it first. So, yung value or coefficient ng X, it's 1. Then, coefficient ng Y, it's 2. Coefficient ng Z, it's 3. Then, second row, it's 1 for X, 3 for Y, and 6 for Z. Then, third row, we have 2 for X, 6 for Y, and 13 for Z. Then, the B matrix, it is 1, 3, and 5. Now we have the matrix A and matrix B. Ngayon, recall na yung unique solution, yung formula niya is X is equals to the inverse of matrix A times B. Ibig sabihin, we need to get the inverse of this matrix A to be able to get the unique solution for our equation. Also, we need to get the minors and cofactors muna. Then, we have to transpose it para makuha natin yung inverse. So, yung formula ng minors and cofactors is this one. So, this negative one will determine the final sign ng cofactor. So, it is raised to I plus j at yung determinant ng sign niya. And then, to be multiplied dun sa determinant ng minor nito. Yan. And then, after this, we need to transpose the matrix para makuha natin yung inverse ng matrix A. So, now, let's begin. So, to get the minor first row, first column, we have to delete this. And ang matitira is 3, 6, 6, 13, which is 3 times 13 minus 6 times 6. So this is 39 minus 36. Then we have 3. Then ano yung sign nito? So this is even, so it is positive. So the result is positive 3. Lagay muna natin siya dito sa matrix bracket. And then, para naman sa minor na first row, second column, yung i-delete natin. So, first row, second column. And then the remaining elements, 1, 6, 2, and 13. Then get its determinant, 1 times 13 minus 6 times 2. So, 13 minus 12. Then, get the sign. This is negative kasi it's odd number. So, the result is negative 1. And then, the minor, first row, third column. So, we have 1, 3, 2, 6. So, 1 times 6 minus 3 times 2, we have 6 minus 6, which is equals to 0. So, 0 is neither positive or negative. Then, for the second row, ito na tayo, second row, it's second row, first column, yung i-delete. So, second row, first column. So, we have 2, 3, 6, 13. Then 2 times 13 minus 3 times 6. So, we have 26 minus 18 is equals to 8. Then, yung sign niya, this one is negative. So, in the end, it is negative 8. Negative 8 here. Then, the minor second row, second column. So, second row, second column. Then we have 1, 3, 2, 13. 1 times 13 minus 3 times 2 is 13 minus 6 is equals to 7. So, this second row, second column is a positive sign. So, we have 7 here. Then, the minor second row, third column. So, delete second row, third column. Now, we have 1, 2, 2, 6. And then, the determinant, 1 times 6 minus 2 times 2. 6 minus 4 is equals to 2. This one is negative, so it's negative 2. Then third row, we have minor third row, first column. Delete the third row, first column. Then we have 2, 3, 3, 6, and its determinant is 2 times 6 minus 3 times 3. So 12 minus 9 is equals to 3. This one is positive. So it's positive 3. Then minor third row, second column. So third row, second column, we have 1, 3, 1, 6. Then its determinant, 1 times 6 minus 3 times 1. 6 minus 3 is equals to 3. Then yung sign niya, this one is negative. So this is negative 3. And the last one, third row, third column. Third row, third column. So the elements are 1, 2, 1, 3. Then the determinant, it's 1 times 3 minus 2 times 1. So 3 minus 2, we have 1. This one, 3 plus 3 is positive. So it is positive 1. Now we have the cofactors ng matrix natin. Ngayon, ang kailangan naman natin gawin is to get its transpose. So to transpose this, yung mga rows magiging columns. So for A transpose, we have 3, negative 1, 0, negative 8, 7, and negative 2. Then 3, negative 3, and 1. So meron na tayong inverse ng matrix A. So let's recall na yung unique solution is equal to the inverse of matrix A times the matrix B. So this is the inverse of matrix A, and this is matrix B na kinuha natin kanina. So ngayon, kukunin natin yung unique solution. And this solution is the value of x, y, and z. So, x, y, z ng buong matrix. So, let's start. Ito muna tayo sa first row. So, it is 3 times 1, then negative 8 times 3, and then 3 times 5. So, 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 8 times 3, it's 24. Then we have 3 times 5, it's 15. So, 3 minus 24 plus 15, we have negative 6. So, sulat muna natin, negative 6 here. And then, sa second row naman tayo. Now, sa second row naman tayo. So, we have negative 1 times 1, then 7 times 3, and then negative 3 times 5. So, negative 1 times 1, it's negative 1, plus 7 times 3, which is 21. And then negative 3 times 5, it's 15. So, it is 5. So, the value of y is 5. Then, sa z naman tayo. So, third row na. So, 0 times 1, and then negative 2 times 3, and then 1 times 5. So, 0 times 1 is 0. So, negative 2 tsaka 3, we have negative 6, and then plus 5, which is equals to negative 1. So, ang value ng x natin is equals to negative 6, y is equals to 5, and then z is equals to negative 1. Ngayon, we can check this, yung value nito, if we plug in itong nakuha nating unique solution. So, let's check. So, x plus 2y plus 3z should be equal to 1. So, let's plug in the value of x. It's negative 6 plus yung 2 times yung value ng y, which is 5, plus 3, then yung value ng z is negative 1, is equals to, so, negative 6 plus 10 minus 3, we have 1. So, this one is correct. Okay? Tama yung set na nakuha natin na unique solution. Then, we can also try for the second row. So, sa second row, we have x plus 3y plus 6z is equals to 3. And then, plug in the value of x, we have negative 6 plus 3. Then, value of y is 5 plus 6. Then, value of z is negative 1. And it should be equal to 3. So, negative 6 plus 15, then negative 6 again. So, it is equals to 3. So, this is also correct. Then, sa last one naman, yung third row, we can check it again. We can check it by plugging in the values. So, let's plug in. 2x plus 6y plus 13z is equals to 5. Then, 2 times negative 6 plus 6 times 5 plus 13 times negative 1. So, this is 6, 12, negative 12 plus 30 minus 13, which is equals to 5. So, again, this is correct. So, lahat ng nakuha natin na value from our checking matches yung result ng equation by plugging in these values ng mga variables natin.